As you can see in this diagram, the flow starts on the left. The REST API represents an incoming event stream. For example, a rider's phone sending a location update. The data is received by our delivery service producer, which acts as the source. Instead of saving the data directly, it sends it to the Apache Kafka. It receives the message and safely holds it in a topic called location update topic. On the right hand side, we have our customer service or the consumer. This is the recipient. It's constantly listening to that topic, and as soon as the message arrives, it picks it up, processes it, and saves in the S2 database in a table called location history. So this asynchronous flow ensures that if customer service is down, the delivery service can keep producing message without failing. We are using Docker for running two services for Zookeeper and Kafka. Kafka is running on the port 9092, and these are the properties you can see. Now, there are two different microservices, customer service and delivery service. These two are the independent microservices. I am sending something from the delivery service and I want it to go to customer service, and then from customer service I will save it into the database. So this S2 database belongs to customer service, not to delivery service, but I want to save something. So for that I'm using this Apache Kafka as a messaging queue. So let us now see how our delivery service looks like. Before that I will show you that in pom.xml we have added this Spring Boot Starter Kafka dependency. Also in the application properties file of delivery service, you can see we have given the address of the port where Kafka is running, and we have also given the configuration for the serialization of the key and value pairs, because Kafka cannot read direct Java objects, so we have serialized them. We have serialized the key using string serializer and value using JSON serializer. Now, as you all know, this controller is exposed to the client. We have created this endpoint, and this using in this endpoint we have written a function called update location, which will receive the data in the payload or in the request body. So we have created this function update location, which will receive location data, or which will receive the data in the format of location data. So if I will open this DTO, I have created this location data. So it will include rider ID, latitude, longitude, and status. So it will look something like this. Going back to controller, you can see that we have created a service called Kafka producer service, and we are calling the update location method. If I go to update location service, we have injected this Kafka template. We are using the send method or the send function of this Kafka template, and we are sending the data and the topic name. So we are also telling that we want to send this data to this particular topic. So we have written the name of this topic in the app.constant file. The name of the topic is location update topic, and in the customer service we will receive our data or read our data from this topic only. Where is the configuration for the topic, or where have we created this topic? So for this we have this file kafka config.java file, where we have created this topic using topic builder.name. We have given the name and we have created 3 partitions for it. So this is the code responsible for creating the topic. Now let us see the service that reacts to these events or that receives the event. So in the consumers application.properties, we have to do reverse of producer. We use JSON deserialization to turn those bytes back into a Java object. We also set spring.json.trustedPackage equals to all. So Spring allows the conversion, and we explicitly tell it to map the incoming JSON to our location data class. So this is what we are doing here, explicitly telling it which local class to use for the value. So if you will expand it in this inside the entities, you can see the location data DTO is also present here. So this is what we have done here. In customer service, we do have Kafka config.java class also. This Kafka listener invitation is the most important part. It tells Spring, listen to location update topic and use group 1 as group ID. If we had multiple instances of this service, Kafka would load balance messages between them because they share the same group ID. We created a function called handle location that is receiving this data. We have just created the entity object, and now we are mapping the data from Kafka to entity. So we are saying history.set rider ID, whatever rider ID we are getting from the data. So we are extracting the values like this, and then we are using the location repository.save method to save it into the memory DB or in-memory database. Okay, now let's see how it is actually working. So right now if I'm trying to access everything from location history table, we are getting nothing. Let's say if I'm making it rider 001, status as idle, and if I'll do send, you will see it is saying this JSON location sent. Okay, now we have sent it from the delivery service, and if I open the terminal, you will see in the customer service application, we have received some object. Here we have printed it in the console. Go to our database and see if we are getting this inside the database or not. So if I'll run this, you can see a new entry has been created. Similarly, if we'll call this API again and I'll do send again, we'll go back to terminal. You can see the message has been logged again. And if I go to the database, I'll do run again, you will see a new entry has been added. That's the complete flow. If an interviewer asks you what happens if a customer service is down when the message is sent, you can confidently say the message stays safe in the Kafka topic. Once the customer service comes back online, it will read from its last offset and process the much data. This is the beauty of fault tolerance. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to Virtual Board and let me know in the comments if you want to see how to handle errors and retries in Kafka. Thank you for watching the video.